Hello everybody, welcome to Unoriginal Content in HD. My name is Scarface King, joined as always by Mr. Teacups.
Hello friends.
Today we're doing something a little bit different. The people will already know from the title and from the thumbnail what's going on here, but I haven't actually told you yet. Something I've been working on in the background. I want to do something that we don't normally do on this channel and talk about a game that we don't normally talk about on this channel, and that is Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Oh. That
game is coming to an end at some point. In fact, by the time this video goes out, it may already be gone forever. Who knows? But I figured it was fitting, as we had heard rumours that the game would be essentially dying tomorrow as of us recording this. I thought, what better way to send it off than a very unoriginal idea? We are going to be ranking every Counter-Strike Global Offensive map.
Ooh!
I've prepared some folders that I'm going to send over to you in just a moment, and they have a few screenshots of each map and a little bit of information on each map. Just you can jog your memory, because believe me, you don't remember all of them. And I'm going to have like a tier list thing, and we're going to go through it. We'll have one tier list each, because I think we have quite differing opinions. And if anybody wants to play at home, that'll be linked in the description, and they can play along as well. So, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's go. All right, so as you can see, we have the tier list in front of us. It's a bit empty right now, but underneath we have lots of maps that we'll be working through. I have sort of color coded them a little bit, sort of, just to give us an idea of where they came from. For example, some of these maps are from a very early Operation Payback, and I definitely wasn't there for that. I think I didn't start playing until maybe like a year later or something like that. So for me, those ones are a definite I didn't play those. Okay. And for this tier list we have don't remember it for that section. But you're a bit more of a
boomer.
A boomer, yeah, basically a boomer. You've been about since the day. You'll be getting your 15-year coin soon, probably. I don't know. So for you might remember some of those. I don't know. But should we just do it in alphabetical order?
Why not?
I think that's fair. So let's start off with Abby. Do you remember Abby?
Let me check a picture real quick. I actually do remember Abby.
You do remember Abby?
Ooh, I remember the mid bit being actually stinky.
Yeah, that mid bit was kind of...
Oh, this is so long ago already. Oh my god.
It was a little while ago.
What would you rank it though, Robert?
I'd put it somewhere. I'm gonna put it somewhere around the middle. I'm gonna put it about E. I remember playing. I don't remember enjoying it that much.
It goes to E for me. It was such a boring design.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's gonna be like that.
So the white text, generally speaking, is maps that didn't get added during an operation.
Oh, okay.
So that one was added just. I don't know if it was CSGO's 10th birthday, but it was before that or what. But anyway. Next up is Agency. You're quite familiar with Agency.
Agency. Oh, if you're on T side. Tough one to rank though. It's been in the game for ages now, actually.
Yes,
just out in office. But what would I rank it? See, I don't mind it. I know everybody hates it. You got a beat boop. It's very interactive. I'm gonna give it a good C.
I would say. Yeah, C is okay. It's very one-sided, but when you're on top, it's very fun.
Oh, definitely.
Next up is Ali.
Ali, my man.
Do you remember Ali?
Oh, this looks like CSGO beta. This looks like Counter-Strike Source.
Well, it's not.
I know. I don't remember it. I generally don't remember it.
Yeah, see, I also don't remember it. I think by the time Operation Phoenix was here, I was probably playing at least a little bit. I don't really remember exactly, but yeah, I don't remember it.
I just don't remember it too.
So simple enough. And then Ancient.
Don't need the pictures for that one.
Don't need the pictures. We've been playing this plenty. Some of the pictures and stuff might be like CS2 pictures, but generally speaking, we're talking about the CSGO versions of the map.
I see. Okay, yeah. Oh, Ancient. CSGO 2 Ancient destroys my computer now. But I don't get the hate for it. It's just Aztec, but more playable. So I'm going to give it a B.
A B?
A B.
Really?
I give it a B.
I'd still leave it about C. I don't hate it by any means, but I do think it just feels like a worse version of Aztec to me.
It's mad.
I know you'd say it's probably competitively more balanced, but I just really liked Aztec, so it's like maybe that's nostalgia. I don't know.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there soon enough. Anubis.
Ooh. See, this is controversial opinion. When we play CS2, Robert gets this out of there straight away. But
yeah, I'm not even going to play it. It's an F for me already.
Out of the dusty maps, Mirage, Dust 2, the other crap, it's the best. And I'm going to give it an A.
You know what it is? On CSGO, I didn't mind it as much, but like CS2, you know, there's slight tweaks to how certain things work. A lot of people will say, if you're good, and it is what it is. Well, I'm not good. I'm bad. I was bad at CSGO and I'm bad at CS2. I'm not blaming the game. I know I just suck. But ultimately, on CSGO, I felt like I could do a little something on Anubis. On CS2, I don't think I've had a single good game of Anubis. I've had kills. I mean, Anubis has just been a nightmare for me, especially because I quite often end up defending B site, and I do not know how to do that. Especially if I got a teammate who goes and peeks water, dies instantly. It's just so. What do I do? I don't know what to do. But for me, solid F tier.
Oh, damn.
Where did you put it in?
I put it A.
Really?
Yeah. I generally think it's a good map, but
now you can see why I always get it out of there. Apollo.
Oof. I do remember Apollo. I do. It had the little moon bit. It was a nice looking map. Was this a hostage map?
It was a hostage map.
It was a hostage map. You don't get many of those nowadays.
You don't. You really don't.
See, the thing is, like, my memory's like, oh, this was only like 3 years ago, but it's probably closer to 10. That's how things are changing. The thing is, like, it was a really gorgeous map, but most of the hostage maps in this game aren't really balanced. So I can't remember much. I'm gonna have to give it.
I remember the walk back was very long.
Yes,
if you had the hostage.
It was quite.
That was the only thing.
And they could camp like all the ways you could come. Yeah.
The amount of times it wouldn't be a case of you getting away from where they were, and they were already in the spawn camping.
Yeah.
And you gotta figure out how to deal with that.
Okay. Even though I love me hostage maps, I'd probably say that as a solid D.
I'm also gonna put it in D. I think in terms of gameplay, it was a bit of a struggle, but I like the theming, I like the design. It was fun to play even when we were losing.
100%. That's all the time.
Assaults. No, come on now. Assaults.
Oh fuck. No. Where do we begin? You know, like Assault. If anybody's ever played it, whenever that came up, oh my god, you can wall bang near enough the whole map. Go straight in F.
F is fair. Yeah. The thing is, you do have like a warm feeling for some of these older maps. Yeah. But
not that
is undoubtedly like the map we got smashed on the most out of any map. Because if you played against someone that even like knew remotely what to do, it's done.
100%. They
were literally killing you. You were like in the spawn as CTs, and they were shooting you through walls and stuff with auto snipers. You didn't even know what was going on.
Like, huh?
I think that's a fair.
Yeah, fair.
That's a fair.
Well deserved.
Anubis might be a bit of bias. I don't know. Next up is Austria. Do you remember Austria?
Oh, Austria. I do remember Austria. Snow maps always jump out to me because I love snow theming. But how many years ago was this, Robert? Oh no.
A little while ago.
See, I can't think of how it played. I don't.
I don't remember exactly. I remember on one site there was like the little hut with the stairs down. and people would always hide in the hut near the bomb site.
Yes.
I don't really remember. And the other bomb site had the little like stairs down into the basement, and you'd often hide behind the boxes and stuff on site. I remember it enough.
I don't really have any negative memories, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it stand out. But I'm a sucker for snow-themed maps. Like anything that's spicing it up a little bit, like, you know, nighttime maps, snow maps, whatever. So just going by pure nostalgia, it's got to be above Agency, so I'm going to give it a B.
Yeah, I was thinking B or A, but I feel like I don't remember it well enough to say A. But I definitely say I very much enjoyed playing it, what I do remember. So
okay,
there you go, B tier. Aztec. Aztec.
Yeah, see,
Where do we start?
it's a very huge nostalgia bias because probably the most one-sided map in the game, apart from Assault.
Apart from Assault, yeah, I was gonna say.
They tried to fix it, I think, 3 times, and they just gave up and removed it 7 years ago.
Just made a new map.
Yeah, literally. See, I liked it. I always love bum rushing that door and coming out, because if you, as a T, if you got a kill, you just felt like a god because it was so stacked against you. But it is literally just pure nostalgia. The map was trash at the end of the day. So I gotta give it a solid C. A solid C, I think.
I'm really tempted to put it B. You know what? I'm gonna put it B.
Treat yourself.
You know what it is? I know it's like one-sided or whatever, but for me, it's like Ancient, is more balanced. But Aztec's just more fun.
Yeah,
it's about fun, and I just like one of the sites is just this huge open area, and it's like the other site's like this little bit off to the side, and you just have loads of different ways you can go about trying to take either of the sites, even though ultimately it's a bit weighed against you, the odds. But you know, it's still fun. It's still fun.
Read that.
Back alley.
See, back alley sounds like a COD map.
It does.
Do I remember this?
You know, it had the little vent. Do you remember the vent? There's a few maps.
He's venting.
There's a vent and there's an alleyway and it goes into a building.
I see a hostage. Dude,
do you see a hostage?
There's a hostage in it. Oh man.
Oh my.
See, I don't.
Is that maybe because it's a hostage map?
Yeah, like. I don't remember. Which operation was this?
This was Operation Vanguard. So this was the first. This wasn't the first operation I played, but this was the first one where I bought the pass because I think I joined earlier than that. But you guys were like, "Oh, don't buy that pass because it's almost over." So we wait until Vanguard. So that was the first one we all played together.
Okay, I remember it now.
Yeah.
I do. This is nostalgia. Okay. So it's got a nighttime theme in, so it already rates it a little bit higher. And it's hostage as well. Don't see many of those nowadays.
You don't.
I'm gonna have to give it a solid C, I think.
I'm a little bit undecided because, again, I do like the theming. I don't remember a thing about how it played.
Yeah.
And even if I did, I was like Silver 0 back then. So it wasn't good. But I think C, we could move these about later if we're unsure. But I think for now that's fine. You know, actually, I'm considering. I'm going to put Apollo above Abby.
Oh, he's already changing.
Just one little change. Basalt.
Ooh, see, wasn't that like one of the most recent operations?
It was quite recent. Was it an operation or was it added out? It was Operation Riptide.
Ah, yes.
So yes, quite recent. Only like a year or two ago.
I actually do remember playing this map. Like, it's set in like Scandinavia or something. You got like the red house.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think that's B site there with BO1. I do remember that site wasn't too bad. Ooh, the mid was kind of cancer though.
Yeah. The mid was tough, but there was a lot of fun things you could do because there was like that little house that was above, and it was like you could try like making nades work for you from that direction, and there was the little like bit where you could aim down into the house. If they pushed, you could see them coming.
I do remember this. Yeah, no, this was solid. From what it was a solid map from what I remember. Nothing too crazy. The theming's a bit...
Nothing too crazy.
Literally everyday theming of just living in Scandinavia.
Yeah.
So, like, it was solid. I'd have to give it a B. I think I'd have to give it a B.
A B? Ooh.
B for Basalt.
I liked the theming a lot, but I remember being kind of meh about playing it, except for some of the tomfoolery you could do. So C, which is my C's getting a bit stacked at the moment, but don't worry, there's plenty to go down, there's plenty to go up. Bazaar.
Ooh,
do you remember Bazaar?
That was an adventure, that one. I do remember Bazaar. I do remember. This was quite long ago, though, from what I remember.
Yes.
It does look like a COD map heavily.
Almost 10 years. It's quite a while ago.
10 years already.
Not quite, but it was quite a while ago.
Now that I'm looking at it, I don't really remember it that much. Like I'm getting confused with another one that's going to come up potentially later on. Oh, Empire. I'm getting confused with Empire.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really remember playing this one. You know what? Because of that, I'm literally getting a boomer brain here. All the other ones so far, it's like, oh, I can maybe remember a round or two here and there, or at least playing it. I generally don't remember this map. I don't remember playing it at all, so it's going to have to be in the I've got Alzheimer's tier.
I do remember playing it. But again, it was Vanguard, and I think I only played it maybe once or twice. So I don't remember much about it. I don't feel comfortable ranking it with just like a couple of games when I was Silver 1. So moving on. Biome.
Oh, Biome. Do I remember Biome?
You should remember Biome. It wasn't that long ago.
I do.
It was 2018, 2019.
Okay, 4 or 5 years already. Okay.
Well, when you put it like that.
See, I do remember Biome. I don't remember that control room, like, at all.
I think some of it might be, like, just, like, near the site, like, behind a wall or something. It might not actually be playable, I'm not sure.
You know what? See, I remember this map visually being quite hard for my boomer eyes to see. I do remember that now.
Hard to see.
I think I generally did struggle on this map when it came out, so I'm going to give it a solid D.
I think I'm gonna. I like the design for the most part, but I think I'm gonna put it in E. I remember getting very frustrated on this map many times, and I remember one round in particular, we were walking down that mid, and it was like all 5 of us lined up, all walking, not making any sound, and like we just handed someone a 5k, they just sprayed us all down, and I just remember thinking, you know what, that's enough. I'm gonna put it in E. I think E's fair. After Biome, we have one that the streets will never forget. Black Gold.
Yes, this one. I think this was like the first operation from what I remember. It
was in 2 operations.
Oh, 2. Okay.
Yeah, it was in Breakout and it was in Hydra.
Okay. I remember this map. The theming on this map is so on point. It reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yes.
It was... like the way I played, I can't remember anything bad about it. I just liked being on the map. I think the map was a fun time. It looked nice and it was original. So for me, you know what? I'm gonna give it an A. From what I remember. From what I remember, it was definitely an A.
I'm gonna say B. I haven't got anything in A or S yet, but there's some good maps coming up. Don't worry. But yeah, basically same as what you said. The theming is class on this map. Next up is Breach.
Breach. Let me check a picky. What we got?
You'll remember Breach. It's the one with the slide that at one point you could actually use.
Yes, there was a free quick spin video. Okay. Oh man, this is like any like Facebook building or like Google or something. Okay, yeah, I do remember this one now. The slide was cool, but the map was incredibly bland from what I remember. I didn't particularly like this one.
Okay,
I can't think of anything negative though, which I guess is a good thing.
I remember one of the sites was like a bit the outside one I wasn't a fan of. I quite liked the inside one, but I felt like a lot of the stuff just was happening in mid. Like there's like that walkway, and you can like spray through the wall, and that's pretty much what people were doing when we were playing it.
I think it's a D for Breach.
D's fair. I think I'm gonna put it in C for now. That works for me. Next up, a classic, still available in some versions of the game. Cash.
Oof! Don't need pictures for this one. Like, where do I begin? Cash pre-green, very good. When they greened it up. People ain't
when
gonna
they
get
added the
that.
greenery, when they made it look more like worn
Yeah.
and abandoned.
I
Yeah.
don't know what it is. I used to solo this map back in the day before the war. I used to generally really enjoy it. But towards the end of CSGO's life cycle, like, I just didn't have a good time on it anymore. Like I couldn't solo it. I couldn't do anything really. But it still holds a place in my heart a little bit, you know. I'd say overall, there's a lot of negativity about it. I think it's still a solid map, so I give it an A.
I can see why you'd give it an A. You know, once upon a time, me and you, we were playing this map in a team of 5, and I remember you dropped 50 kills, and it was one of the classic 15-15s.
Yes.
We drew with you getting 50 kills. So you were quite good at it at one point.
I got old.
I can't rate it too highly because it just tilts me off the face of the earth so often. But it's definitely not as bad as some of the other maps here. So I'm gonna slide it in D, but maybe like in between Apollo and Abbey. I think that's a safe place to put it.
That's fair.
Next up, another Valve map. This one is Canals.
Oh, okay. Controversial opinion. I quite liked this map when it was out.
Oh,
I was really surprised that Valve tried to make it work. I think they've done like so many like modifications to this map, but the community was just like, no, Dust 2. I like the theme of it. I like the Canals theme. Like, I think what site was it? Was it B site where you could get inside a little bit and kind of like camp? I think on the...
I believe so.
Yeah, it was on the bridge. Yeah. Like, the bridge was kind of cool because you could wall bang it from one side, but then you could also peek from the other. So it was really risk and reward. Because if you got the bomb down, it was like, oh yeah, you probably won the round. I liked it. I generally didn't think Canals was that bad. But going up against the other heavy hitters here, I'd probably give a C for Canals.
C. Okay, fair enough. I'd actually push it up to a B.
Ooh.
I think we had some bad games on this map. But when things were working, it just felt like so good. Especially, this was a period where I really got into just like trying to sneak around the back and flank and see what I could do. This map is great for that, because if you can jump into water and sneak along without anyone catching onto you, there's so many opportunities to come from behind. So yeah, I actually quite enjoyed that map at times.
Oh.
Next up is Castle.
Oh, okay.
You remember Castle?
I do actually. I think this is...
Ooh.
This must have been really early on in the game. I think like the first operation, right? Around then?
It was quite early. I think it was... I mean, I think it was Operation Breakout, which is technically like the third operation.
Okay.
But I don't know if the first two count. I'm not 100% sure, but basically it's one of the first operations.
See, this is pure nostalgia because I do remember this map because of the theming. It's nighttime. You start off in a forest and you go into this big ass castle. I absolutely love the theming, but I do remember this map playing like absolute dog shit. And would I let it come back today? Would I let my nostalgia blind me? See, nostalgia is gonna put it in a C. Like, realistically, if this game came out today, probably like a D. Oh, sorry, the map came out today, it'd be like a D or an E, but I give it a C.
I'm dropping it in Don't Remember, because I don't remember.
That's fair.
And the next map is Chinatown, which I'm also going to drop in Don't Remember.
Do I remember China?
Do you remember China? I think when I initially looked at the pictures, I thought I did, but I don't know if I'm getting it confused. There's a very similar COD map.
Yes, there is.
That came out, and it's like... I couldn't tell whether I was getting confused or not. I have a feeling I either wasn't playing at this point or it was like I just started playing. So it's unlikely I remember this map.
What the fuck? Yeah, as you said, I think there's a Black Ops 4 map literally just like this, but I don't remember this. What the hell? Right, that goes into the don't remember it.
It's hard to tell whether it's that I didn't play it or whether it's just the Alzheimer's setting in. I'm not too sure. But next up is one we should remember, which is Chlorine. Do you remember Chlorine?
Chlorine. Okay, yes, I do kind of remember this one. Yeah, okay.
Because it was quite recent.
It has some of like the ancient like models for some of the walls. I think they repurposed it.
Yes. It had the like
hippo,
the indoor area and the outdoor area, the like water slide. And
okay,
I feel like there was like an Easter egg or something at some point. I remember a Free Clicks Philip video on it. I don't really remember.
See,
But
I remember when this was
you
out,
remember Chlorine?
but I don't remember we played it that much. I feel like we just never queued it.
I think we didn't play it that much. It was during a period where they weren't really doing operations, so they would just add a map for like 3-4 months and then take it out again.
See, okay.
So this wasn't an operation. It was just added. I think it was technically part of the birthday celebration or something. But
damn. See this?
yeah, I don't think we played it a lot.
I do remember it, so I can't put it in that tier. But it's like I can't rate how it played that much. So I gotta fill up some other like areas. So I'm gonna give it a nice juicy E.
I'm gonna put it in D.
Yeah.
I figure when a new map gets added, we're normally on that. I know it's a bit different because I think with this one only 2 maps got added, so we probably got bored of them quite quickly. But I feel like we would remember it a lot better if it was good.
Yeah.
Because it was only here for a few months and it was only 1 of 2 maps, so surely we would have played it.
100%.
I don't think we enjoyed it that much. After that, we have Climb.
Oh, okay. I do remember Climb because it's got.
Yes, I would hope so.
Yeah, it's got a theming. See, the thing is, I remember peeking mid on this was just like, "Oh, what the hell do I look at? There's so many angles. I actually generally hated this map.
You hated
I
it.
generally hated this map. I did not think this was a good map at all. It was a hostage map, even though I love hostage map. I felt like this wasn't balanced. Yeah, I didn't like it. This goes straight in the F.
Wow,
Yeah.
F.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. I was gonna say like maybe high C. I'm not gonna put it up too high. The thing is, it's a map where if you were playing against a team that was really good, or at least they were really familiar with the map, there were so many angles you would be blind to peeking into mid. You're guaranteed to die.
100%.
There's like so many places where people could just set up on you. And if you didn't know about it, you're guaranteed to die. It wasn't very straightforward, but if you had a good game on it, it just felt like you were so in control because you're just running about, grab the hostage, run away, and I don't know. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the theming as well, and it had the little football pitch outside where you could play football before the game.
How do you remember that?
And that was cool too. How do you not remember that? It wasn't even that long ago. Next up, we have Coast. Do you remember
Let's
Coast?
have a look at Coast. What we got?
You will remember Coast. You will remember.
Is this the one, the pirate ship?
No, this is not the one with the pirate ship.
Oh, how long ago is this one? Which one preparation?
This was not that long ago. However, the text file is not here, so I don't know what I did with that. But I believe this was Operation Wildfire.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't that long ago. I think it was like 5 years ago. Something like that.
It's only 15 years ago.
Well, I mean, in the grander
Yeah,
scheme of
true.
things, you've got a 10-year coin and then some, so...
Okay, like I do... Now that I'm looking at the screenshots a bit more, it's jogging my brain. I do remember playing this.
There we go.
But I don't remember playing it a lot. I think that's the thing, like... Back then, we're like, oh, we want more maps, We just didn't play them and played the ones we always played over and over again. But I don't remember anything bad about it. And that's good. So I'm going to give it a solid C for Coast.
Fair enough. I'm going to put it in... I think I'm going to put it in C as well. But above Agency. I did enjoy it. Again, like you said, we didn't queue it as much. I think the problem is we're big lovers of variety. And sometimes that becomes a bit of a problem because some of us will hate a map, some of us will love it, and so all the extra maps get vetoed out. We end up playing the same bullshit. But I did enjoy. I have some good memories of playing this map, so I think a solid C tier is fair enough. Next up, one that I hope they bring back is Cobblestone.
Big one. You know, the game...
Big one.
The game misses it. I still don't understand why they took this out of rotation. I know they changed it a few times, the drop down and like belong. But I like when they did theming. They did like a Halloween theme, I think, for this map. And I think even a Christmas theme at one point.
I believe so.
I like that. I'm a sucker for those things. But also, I generally really liked Cobblestone for some reason. I always thought it played well. The verticality and drop down was something that wasn't really on any other map at the time. CSGO players can't look up or down, so you can get an easy kill. I'm gonna say I rate it an S. The first S.
Yo, S tier. I was gonna say A tier. The only reason it's not S is because of drop down. Because as you say, CSGO players can't aim up, and I am one of the worst CSGO players. So I definitely can't aim up. But you know what I can do? I can aim down. And rushing drop down is sometimes very fun, sometimes quite frustrating. But yeah, I feel like on attack, it can be so fun.
Yes.
Obviously, you will come up against some people who know those angles, and then you're in trouble. But yeah, I enjoy it so much. So A S, really?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
100%.
Next up, we have Cruise. I know you remember Cruise.
I do remember Cruise. This was a hostage map, right?
It was.
Oh, see, it's like I go back to COD because you had the map hijacked. I'm a sucker for a cruise ship match. You know, map. I do like them. And the thing is, I remember the walk on this one, kind of like the map we had earlier. I think it was the moon one, Apollo, was very long. Oh.
Yeah, it was. It was a long distance once you got a hostage.
It was very long, but the thing is, you had the car and that inside, you had the gym room, like you had variety of location. It wasn't just brown and grey wall or green wall.
Yeah.
Like I from what I remember, it kind of played a little bit like shit, but just because of nostalgia,
a little bit.
I'm gonna give a C for Cruise.
I'm gonna drop it in B.
That's fair.
I'm gonna put it just above Black Gold. For me, this was. I just have so many good memories of this map. Admittedly, yes, there were some problems with the map. I think you could basically say that about any hostage map. But no, I again, the theming, the variety, especially like for people like me who can't aim. Sometimes it helps to not be looking at grey backgrounds and a grey character model and just everything grey. I like a bit of colour.
Yeah, your brain turns
off. Sometimes it helps. So very nice. Next up is Downtown. This is one of the first maps added. And I'm going to drop it straight and don't remember.
Let me have a look at these pics real quick.
See if you can jog your memory, because this was a long time ago.
Oh my god. It looks kind of like a payday map. A
little bit. I think it is in a bank, sort of. So
see, the third picture, the hostages, because that's when they had standing hostages. Holy hell! I feel like I've been here, right? But my mind might be lying to me, so
it's possible.
I'm gonna give it. I don't remember it, but I might have been there.
Fair enough. Moving on, we have Dust.
Okay.
This is quite the map.
See, Dust. Anybody? No, Dust. It was extremely CT-sided to the point where it got unfair. But I have a soft spot because it was a bit of variety, a bit of nostalgia. It would be nice if it was back in the game. See, I don't know. Like, I felt like even on T, you could still kind of make something happen. Actually, I don't know. Pushing up mid, it was
mid was awful. You were just preyed on by snipers.
Yeah, to be fair, it was one of the most. I don't know. It was one of those maps that I look at. It's like if you were trying to rebalance the map, you just go make a new one, and they did that with Dust too.
Yeah.
I have to give it a D. D for Dust.
D for Dust, I think, is fair. I'm also going to give it a D. I think the thing about this map was, like you said, you can make something happen on T, but it was always like maybe 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And then, you know, back in the day, they didn't have short matches. They didn't have this MR12 or whatever it is. So, like, you had to be willing to take the hit. You've got 3 rounds on one side. You got to go over to the other side, and you just got to win.
Yeah.
And do nothing but win. You lose those pistol rounds, you're in trouble. So, a soft spot, yeah. Again, I think there's a reason why they sort of remodeled it into Short Dust for like special missions and stuff like that. And they haven't actually brought the map back. They probably never will. But they have made Dust 2.
Ooh. Oh, where do we begin on this one? I don't know. Like, I miss back in the day when you could look at T-spawn all the way down to like CT with the sniper rifle.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've changed it a few times over the years. They've inverted the doors and that controversy. I don't mind Dust. Everybody can play World Dust 2. Everybody can play it. It's probably the most balanced map out there, to be fair. I feel like you can make anything happen on CT. I feel like you can make anything happen on T. Like you can win on either side. People generally know some smoke, some flashes and that. So it plays well. And even though I kind of hate it, I'll give it a B.
Yeah, that's kind of the sort of mindset I was in. I think even though I hate it, I'll give it a B. Again, some good memories. Do you remember the Revolver update?
Yes.
When they first added the Revolver and it was absolutely broken. I remember using it so much on Dust 2 and feeling like an absolute god. Obviously, you're basically holding an AWP in your hand. So, obviously, you're going to get a lot of kills. But back then, very, very fun. Following that up, we have Empire.
See, this is the one I got confused with earlier because this is an ugly, boring map from what I remember. I do actually remember playing this one, even though this was quite long ago. This has got to be at least 8-9 years.
8-9 years?
It's gotta be
is it 8-9 years? 2016.
2016, how much is that? Do the math real quick.
It's like 7
years?
7 years.
I do remember playing this one. I remember going into that mid, well, they kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it. Was that mid? It's just a giant open fucking warehouse. Kind of reminds me of Assault on the inside. I didn't like this one. I generally didn't like this one. This one's ugly. I'm going to give it an E.
I was thinking F.
That's all.
And I'm gonna stick with that. I don't know if I can put it below Assault though. So I'm just gonna put it above Assault. Yeah, ugly map. I remember us specifically saying we didn't want to queue this one.
Yes.
So
yes.
I mean, if I can remember that much, and that was like what, 6 years ago. Yeah, I mean, definitely not. Next up, we have Engage.
Ooh, Engage. Okay, this is kind of like the car factory one.
Yes.
Okay, so this kind of reminds me of the one that had the slide from earlier, from what I remember. I don't remember it that much. I do remember playing it. I remember the car room. You could get peeked from each side. But like, even though it's like, from the screenshots it looks colorful, it's like incredibly bland. Very sterile. Well, obviously that's a car plant. It kind of has to be sterile.
Yeah.
I generally don't remember how it played, which I guess is a good thing. I'm not remembering us going, oh yeah, we don't want to play this one. But I don't remember us being like, yeah, I kind of want to play that one. So very mid. I'm gonna give it a D.
I think I remember it having like a like similar to Nuke, where they have the hut going out onto site on one of the sites, and I remember that being very frustrating. And
oh, yeah.
I remember like an upper walkway where I kept getting killed, but I mean, I didn't hate it, I don't think, but yeah, obviously if we didn't queue it that much, there's a reason we didn't queue it that much. I think I'll just drop it in bottom of D for now.
That's fair.
Next up is Facade.
Ooh, Facade. Okay. Oh, do I remember this one? This
was Operation Vanguard.
This
was the first full operation I played.
See, I do. The screenshots are jogging me. They're jogging me right now.
Yeah.
I do remember playing it, but it's ugly, and I can't remember much about it. Like it's just, it's got nothing going on. It's got no theming. It's just like a warehouse one, kind of like Empire. It's not standing out. It's not unique, which is usually how I kind of rate my maps at the end of the day. So because I don't remember it, because it's old, there's a reason why I didn't come back. It's gonna go into the E tier.
A good point in the video to remind everybody this is just our opinions, and feel free to share yours in the comments down below. Yeah, I do remember it. I have bad memories of this one because I feel like when you first start the game, there's like a lot of like little bits you have to do by yourself because you're not ready for competitive. And I just remember playing this map by myself on like casual and being like, this sucks. So I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna drop it in F.
Ooh.
I'm gonna drop it in F. I was thinking about E. I'm gonna put it below Assault.
You know what?
Yeah.
Rate that.
Next up we have Favela. Not gonna waste anyone's time. I didn't play this one. That goes down there.
Don't remember it. You can't, like, from the screenshot that's literally called download. That literally looks like a Modern Warfare 2 loading screenshot of the Fafella map in Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah. I thought I was actually like at one point, because I was really struggling to find screenshots of this one, and at one point I accidentally downloaded a couple of pictures of the Black Ops one because someone had uploaded it to the Steam Workshop. But no, the ones there are all from the actual Favela map, but I'd never played it.
I don't remember it. I probably played it once back in the day, but I do not remember it.
Fair enough. Next up we have Grind.
Always on that grind. Do I remember Grind?
You should do. It wasn't that long ago.
Stop that.
I say that
every time.
I say that, but I'm probably going to open this file. It's going to be 2021.
Shit, 2021.
It wasn't that long ago.
Fuck. The thing is, it's like 2021. Was I still at Amazon at that point? I was, and I wasn't playing CSGO as much as I used to at that time because night shift.
So you didn't play much Grind.
I did play this map, but I generally think I didn't play it more than twice because I think it kept getting voted out, and I didn't play like CSGO that much during that time period. It looks like a COD map, looks like Rust a little bit from that screenshot number 10. I'm struggling to rate this one because I felt like I did play it as I did, but I didn't get a feel of how it played. So I can't really give it a don't remember it, but I can't really be like giving it an E or an F because it'd be unfair. But I'm going to give it an E anyway to be unfair.
I'm going to drop it in D. I remember it. I remember us not playing it that much. And I think it was just, again, it's a bit boring.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just a bit boring on the inside. So
just like me.
Yeah. This one, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's either Gwalior or Gvalior. But do you remember this map? I don't.
Let's have a look at these screenshots Flores provided us today. He put a lot of work into this.
I did.
Which operation is this? It's nice and orangey.
This is Operation Bravo.
Ooh, I was there, Gandalf. I was there.
You were technically there for all of them.
Yeah, to be fair. Alright, this is... I think I did play it, like, screenshot download 7 is jogging my mind a little bit. But that's... the bad thing with these screenshots, right, it's just, they all look like COD maps. And I'm like, oh yeah, I played every single COD. So, it's got to go into I don't remember, but I probably did play it once.
Fair enough. Next up, controversial one, Inferno.
So, Inferno's had, like, a new makeover for CSGO 2.
Yes.
Very beautiful, very... taxing on my poor PC. I've had some memories on this map. I usually play B. Yeah. I remember one game where I dropped, I think, 50 something kills and Robert was throwing, so we got the draw.
No.
I will never forgive him for that.
No.
Today I die. Never. But I like playing Inferno. I think it's generally CT and T-sided. Nowadays it's kind of out of whack with how the game plays now, but I generally think you can win it on T, you can win it on CT. I think you can make stuff happen on both sides, so I got to give it an A.
So many nights have ended on us playing Inferno and either losing or having one of the worst draws of our lives. And I can't, I know the design is great. Even with the update, it's great. You open up to the skybox and everything is fantastic. It's going in E tier.
Oh.
And it's staying there. Even when I have a good match on this, we still lose or draw.
Yeah.
I just don't want to play it.
Yeah, no, that's to be fair.
Next up, now these ones are pretty cool. This is Insertion, and we will talk a little bit about Insertion 2 as well. I assume you remember these because these are pretty good.
Insertion, I do remember. That was the operation where I pulled my one and only knife. I took a screenshot on that map.
Oh, wow. I have never had one, so congratulations. This was actually in 2 operations. This was in Breakout and Hydra.
I generally like these maps.
Yes.
Insertion had that really interesting gimmick where you could choose where you spawn as a CT. I think that...
Well, they both did.
Yeah, they both did. Yeah. I generally think that's such a really good mechanic, and I'd like to see that more in Hostage map. Like, there was a bigger map, but because you could take it from so many different angles, it had so many different opportunities. I liked it, and I also like the theming of both maps, actually. See, this is the thing, right? I know we're going to go over both of them. I kind of want to rank them both straight away. It's kind of like the same thing.
That's it. That's fair. We can do that.
I generally really like them. I think there needs to be more innovation in the game like this. I'm going to give them both A.
I'm gonna put insertion 1 in B.
Ooh.
But yes, definitely insertion 2 in A. I loved insertion 2 so much. It's so like weirdly open, but because of the mist, the fog,
Yeah.
it's like it allows you to do certain things that you wouldn't be able to do in another very open map. Admittedly, yes, that is present in the original insertion, but I don't know, I just prefer insertion 2. I can't really explain it.
That's fair.
Next up, we have Iris.
Iris. Isn't this the map that R.I.P threw on? Was it R.I.P?
Was it? This was 2022.
Really?
So
Oh, it kind of looks like the whole way.
probably not.
It looks so like it. Oh, damn.
This might be a remake. I'm not 100% sure, but this is the 2022 version we're talking about.
Yes. I do remember this. We played this at least once, and then I think we got... I think someone was like, shit, never playing it again.
It's possible.
Oh, bro. Like, yeah, okay, I barely remember it, because, yeah, okay, even though it's last year, that's bad, Terry. That's really bad. I was so fucking bad. But maybe it just didn't stand out. It was very average. Oof. I'm going to give it a D. I'm going to give it another beat around the bush.
I'm going to drop it in E. I have good memories of it being bad. That's all I'll say. I don't think we played it that many times, but I remember the few times we did play it, it was a struggle. So whether that's because of our skills or because of the map, it's probably our skills, but eat it all the way. Next up, Italy.
Ooh, okay. Hostage map was in CSGO for like a long time. They never changed it until CSGO 2. CSGO 2, I don't really know how it plays. I've only played it on Deathmatch. They've added in like an extra connector from the long way. And they've tried to straighten out the middle house thing. I really want the game to release so I can give it a go and compare to see how it plays. But if I think to like normal CSGO, I didn't mind it. Like, I'm bad, bro. So when you go into a little house in the middle, I'd always get confused with where I was going. I got lost in that place so many times. And when you'd come out the door, there'd be someone camped up above and they'd just spray you down. And taking long was also incredibly hard. Like, I've got huge nostalgia for this map, but it played like absolute shit. But because of nostalgia, I'm going to give it a C.
Yeah, I was thinking C as well. I think with all the hostage maps, you can poke holes in them. And I have no doubt that I was not very good at this one. But yeah, it's just something a little bit. The nostalgia really kicks in. That like long corridor where people like snipe down and you can try and peek through mid. They used to have that little boost thing you could do if you're CT.
Yeah.
As far as I understand, you can't do that in CS2.
Outrageous.
But there you go. Next up, library. Won't waste any time. Made it.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Go
this.
ahead, Terry.
I'm looking at the screenshots, man. It looks like a Gary's mod map. Literally, it's so empty. What the hell?
From what I understand, and I don't know if it's unique in this, it only has one bomb site.
Ooh.
One very large bomb site.
I
And then CT spawn one side, T spawn the other side.
don't remember it. I generally like.
Yeah, I think it was only ever casual only.
Oh, I see. Okay. Don't remember it too.
That's fair enough. Next up is lights. Do you remember lights?
Oh, we got dark in this map. Oh, the screenshots are looking quite nice. Do I remember this though?
You will remember it. You will remember. It wasn't that long ago.
How long's that?
I'm sorry. It wasn't that long ago. It was 2017. It was quite a while ago.
Okay, we're last year of uni potentially. Oh god. Well, like I feel like this should stand out to me, like because of the night theming and stuff, but it kind of doesn't. It's kind of not jumping to your boy, and that's bad. Because like looking at this right now, it's like I actually want to play this. I genuinely like this looks good.
You don't remember it, but you want to
yeah,
play
this is
it.
a good map. Just go up the screenshots.
If you look at number 2, that's the one I remember the most.
Number 2.
That site.
Okay, yeah, okay. Because I'm not remembering it, and it's because it's kind of recent by nearly 7 years. I'm going to give it a middling C.
C is fair. I think I want to put it in B.
Ooh, that good.
But not too high. Maybe like Just above black gold. There we go. Yeah, I remember playing it. I remember enjoying it. Pretty nice map. Might come back in the future. Who knows? Next up is you know which one it is. Next up is log. And before Terry says anything, I'm gonna go and put this in S tier. And then you tell the people what you're talking about. Then I'll tell the people.
Log is a map. It is a good map. I remember looking down mid at the log. You had to turn my render distance up because I could never see the guy on log at the other side. But I like the theming of this map. I like the way it played. It felt different. Is it S material?
Oh, that's your tier list. I'm talking about my tier.
I think it's definitely A. It's pushing the boundary. Definitely
A. Well, okay, so I put a log in S because I think some of the best CS I've ever played was on that map. I have so many good memories. I got a bunch of aces on it, which for me is not common. It's like back then it was impossible for me to carry, but it wasn't impossible on the log. And yeah, it was just, I love that map so much. I hope they bring it back someday. I know it'll probably come back and it's like, it's been rebalanced and the visuals have been updated and I'll just be rubbish at it again. I just want to feel the way I felt when I played log again. I don't think it's like crack. It's like it's like that one game from your childhood that's just like, yes, I miss you. But yeah, S, easy. Next up is Marquee. Do you remember Marquee?
Let's have a look at Marquee. This looks like a very depressing town.
This was Operation Vanguard. The screenshots aren't great for this one because it's like they tried to make it look like a movie. But hopefully you can still sort of work out what's going on.
I somewhat remember this map. But the thing is, it's like ugly as hell, it's grey as fuck. Oh man, this is ugly. Holy hell. I do remember it. I do remember it. This kind of reminded me of that. I think there's a Modern Warfare 3 map that had a very similar theme into this. The thing is, though, this is bad because I've definitely played this. But I don't remember how it played. Just on that note, then I'm just gonna give it an E.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I do remember it. I remember playing it, but it's Vanguard. It was so long ago. And it just didn't pop out to me back then. So I think E is fair.
That's fair.
I think I'll just drop it in the bottom of E. Next up, we have Mikla.
I remember the mid on this one actually. I think.
Yeah,
it was a very dangerous mid. You could go to the sides. This one was an interesting map. But I think it's good that I remember it. It kind of stood out. Was it bad standing out though? I do remember it. But the mid was incredibly hard to contest. I think everybody could get there pretty much instantly though. Oh, but was it what? You know what? This one's like a C.
C. I'm dropping this in A.
Ooh.
Whenever I'm like, sometimes you're sitting at work and your mind drifts away and you're thinking of all kinds of different stuff. And for some reason, this is one of the maps that pops up in my head. I just remember playing and I was like, oh yeah. But then I remember it's not in the game anymore. And I get sad.
Man could be thinking of anything. He's like,
I could be thinking of anything. I'm thinking of Mikla. Operation Wildfire. So, yeah, for me, solid A tier. That mid was magical. If you wanted to try your hand at AWP, it's just like so fun.
That's fair.
Yeah, I love it. Next up, controversial one again, Militia.
Controversial because I love it. I generally really enjoyed this as like a hostage map. I like the house. I like the underneath bit. I think they also did a snow one where you could actually throw snowballs, which was really
yes,
good.
they did.
No, this is just generally just a really, really good map, and I was sad that they got rid of it. This is like a good solid A.
Yeah, I was also thinking A. I really miss it. I know the hostage maps aren't popular, but comparing that and like Assault was like night and day.
Yeah.
And at one point they were both in the game and it was kind of like they were treated the same. It was like, whoa, 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 whoa. My boy Militia does not deserve this treatment. Anyway, next up is Mirage.
See, controversial opinion. I fucking hate Mirage. Out of all the dusty maps, I just don't know why. I just find it so boring to play, so boring to go on every site. I just hate it. This is a solid like E for me.
I don't like Mirage, but CS2 has actually slowly improved my opinion of Mirage.
Ooh.
I still don't necessarily enjoy it as much as like any of these other. There's loads of good maps on here, but on CSGO, I had a lot of bad dark matches on Mirage where I had like 1 or 2 kills and I'm just getting insta headshot around corners and I just don't know what I'm doing. And I don't know, it's just a little bit easier in CS2.
Okay.
And I've been enjoying it. So not enjoying it per se, but you know, it's not one of the maps where I'm like, get it out of here. So Inferno is one of those. Anubis is one of those. So it's got to be above those two. And drop it in C.
Respectable.
Next up is Mist. Not going to waste anyone's time. Don't remember.
I actually do remember this one, surprisingly.
Oh,
mainly because of the theming. You could go on the outside. It was raining, overcast. I generally, from what I remember, this one. This is old. I think this must have been one of the early ones.
It was quite old. It was quite old. Yeah.
I actually, from what I remember, I really, really like this map. This is a solid B.
Ooh. Hopefully they bring it back so I can see. Next one is Mocha.
Mocha, yes. This is somewhat recent, probably like last 7 years, I guess.
It's like 2 years ago.
Okay, I do remember this actually. I do. It's a tough one because I feel like I did get a few games on this map, but I'm struggling to give it my professional opinion.
Professional?
I think this is like a really mid map from what I remember, and my C is looking very, very hefty, but I think it's got to join the C, boys.
I think I'm gonna drop it into E.
Ooh.
Just because I feel like it was a time when we were desperate for new maps, and the fact that we weren't playing it much is a sign that something was very wrong.
Okay. Okay.
And I just don't remember playing it that much, so I think it must be, I don't know, not really my thing. Next up we have Motel. This is didn't play for me, but you may have played it.
I'm looking at
Or
these
not.
screenshots and
Maybe
I'm
not.
like, was I here? Was I at this location? Do I remember? This looks like I don't know. This looks like an aim map or something. You know, you do like team deathmatch in here or something. I don't remember Motel.
I think we might have played Gary's more than a map that's very similar to this.
100%. Because well,
like Trouble in Terrorist Town or something.
Nah, definitely. That's got into the don't remember it tier.
Okay, and next up is Museum, which for me is also a don't remember. Do
I remember Museum? Frankly, no.
Alright, nice and simple.
Yeah, that's going to remember. I feel like I should know the dinosaur.
Well, if you don't, then you probably definitely didn't play it. Next one is Mutiny. You asked earlier, is this the one with the pirate ship? This is the one with the pirate ship.
I like the theming on this one. I like the pirate theme. I thought the sites actually weren't too bad. Yeah, no, like generally, this is a solid map when it came out. This is, I'm going to give it a solid B. Can't complain.
You know what? I'm going to join you in B. And I think, again, the pirates is just so cool. It was huge. I remember the map was huge, or it felt huge when it first got added. But yeah, no, I mean, if it's fine there. And next up, we have Nuke.
Oh, a tough one. Tough one. You know, it's been through changes over the years. We all have, really, to be fair. Yeah, I still personally controversially believe that Nuke was better when it had that walkway all the way around from Silo to Heaven. I missed that.
Okay.
I don't really like the way the new one plays. Like, I've generally just never vibed with it. I hate peeking outside. I hate peeking ramp. I hate peeking into A. I hate peeking squeaky as T. Generally on T, I feel like I can't do shit. Like, this is controversial out there, and I'm sorry to the fans, but the boy has to deal with facts. I think Nuke is a side F. I hate Nuke. I generally hate Nuke so much.
Okay, well, I was gonna put it in B. I'll put it in I put it in A just then. Not A. I'm gonna put it in B. The thing is, CSGO. I had a lot of like really good matches on Nuke. I've struggled a bit more on CS2. I've got to be honest. Yeah. I do feel like something about CS2. I almost feel burdened with the bomb, and I feel like I didn't in CSGO. I don't know why, but it's just like
if you drop
the amount of times it's like, oh, you died in a stupid place and we lost the bomb. That happened in CSGO. Don't get me wrong. But it feels like so much more pivotal in CS2. I don't know why. That's probably just like a mental thing. I'm not sure.
Isn't it?
But basically, the amount of games where it's like, I just want the freedom to just go, but I don't want to leave the bomb in the spawn, and nobody else wants to take it. And so I end up taking it with me, and I end up losing it somewhere stupid. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do on Nuke. If like you say you missed the walkway, but there's definitely like, if you can get over silo without getting sniped, you can drop some smoke grenades, get past A main, and you're on your way to heaven anyway. Like, you're already on the way there. If you play it just right, you can get over to heaven without anyone ever knowing, which is quite tasty. I don't know. I enjoy it, but I definitely enjoy it less in CS2. I don't know why. Next up, Office.
Like, let's not be around the bush. I think Office is the best hostage map, and it goes straight into S.
Okay, well, my feelings on Office are not quite as strong. I'm gonna put it in B, which I think is fair. I do enjoy playing it sometimes, but when you're getting stomped,
oh yeah, of course.
It really is a flip of a coin with Office. Yeah, it's heartbreaking, devastating even, because you're just like, well, we tried this and it failed, and we tried that and it failed, and we tried this other thing and it failed. Has anyone got any more ideas? And it's just silence.
Yeah, true.
Everyone's defeated. So not great, but I know you're a big fan.
Oh yes, indubitably.
So okay, fair enough. Next up is Overgrown.
Oof. Well, there's a COD 4 map of the exact same name. The first one with the little bow is giving my brain that twitch. It's getting one little nerve ending going do. But this is old, and I'm quite young, so I don't really remember it that much. It goes straight into the don't remember it because I don't remember it.
That's fair enough. I do remember the map. I think this was like, because it was Operation Breakout that came before Vanguard. But I think that was the operation that was ongoing when I started playing the game.
Okay. And
then Vanguard was the first one I bought the pass. So I do remember playing like 1 or 2 matches on this, not really knowing what I was doing. So it's kind of weird to rate it when I don't really remember the details. But I do remember playing it. I'm gonna put it in don't remember. I'll just put it in don't remember. Makes more sense. Next up, Overpass. Definitely remember that one.
Dude, I do. Oh, Overpass is a map that the harsh reality is it's probably like one of the most balanced maps now.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy. Back in the day, you had the Olaf boost before the war. I can't really give this a shit rating because generally it is probably one of the most mechanically good maps out there. So I'll give it an A.
Yeah, I mean, there are times I struggle on this map, but since we started playing CS2, this is probably my statistically best map.
Yeah.
I don't know, especially on T sides, there are certain things you can do to really pull things in your favor. Obviously, CT can do what they always do, and they can sometimes get a better of you. But yeah, I just I've been enjoying it a lot. I think I'm gonna have to put it A. Ooh. Which I never would have thought back in the CSGO era, but today, yeah, it just feels right. Next up, we have Rails.
Oh, I'm looking at the screenies, and I feel like I should know this one.
Do you remember? I remember vividly playing this map with a friend of ours. I won't say their name, but they'd literally just bought the game. We'd previously played Gary's mod.
Oh fuck!
And they just bought the game, and like their sensitivity wasn't right and their aim wasn't right, and it was like watching AI play CSGO.
I do.
And I remember playing this map and they were really struggling. Do you remember?
Fuck, I do. Oh my god, that was like 8 years ago. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a long time ago. The map didn't stick around for long because it was quite shit. It so it's probably gonna go in D.
I'm gonna drop it in E. I don't feel like I had any particularly good rounds on it. I don't remember playing that well on it. Yeah, just not many good experiences. Next up, Resort.
Let's have a gander at these screenies real quick. Ooh,
You'll remember Resort,
I
I'm sure.
I do. This. Damn, wait, what year was this real quick? Oh my.
what year was it?
Oh my god, 2015. Okay.
2015.
I remember this one. It's gonna remind me of Dead Island, just the way the map looked. But I do remember playing this one. We played this quite a lot, and I think that's kind of a good thing, because of when we replayed it. But yeah, that's getting to the point where my brain is losing that memory. But I'm gonna give it a solid B.
Solid B, fair enough. I'm actually gonna go as high as A.
Ooh.
I have good memories of playing this map, and I think in general that operation I have good memories of. Log was in that as well. There's some other maps coming up soon. Rails was maybe one of the downsides, so that's a bit further down. But there you go. Next up we have Royal.
The Scottish map.
Yes.
This map looks like any Scottish town. It looks fucking depressing.
Nah, not depressing.
But the thing is, this map always played well. I actually never minded actually playing this map at all whenever it came up. Even though it looked like ass, mechanically, I didn't mind it. I felt visually as well, I could make out the enemies on this one. Surprisingly, even though it's very grey. Ooh, I'm going to have to give this one... I'm going to give this one an A.
I'm dropping this in S.
S?
I feel like if you put all of these maps back in the game, and you said like Q5, Q6, Royal would be one of the ones I wanted to play.
Fair.
100%. It's so like I don't know. Again, it is just a kind of we played it and we had fun sort of thing. But yeah, I just think the design of it was quite good. I know you say it's depressing, but to be fair, that's what a Scottish town looks like. We've seen it. We know. So in that case, it's on point, and I appreciate it. Next up is Ruby. Do you remember Ruby?
See, this is really bad, right? Because I'm looking at the screenshot, so I'm like, oh shit, this looks like it's unfinished from 2014. Then I checked the text file, 2019.
2019.
I don't remember it.
I'm surprised.
I don't know why I'm not remembering it. I must be losing it. Like the picture, what one is that? Is that download 13? Download 133. That's jogging me a bit, but the rest, it's gone into.
Yeah, for me, number 3.
Number 3
is the one that I remember well. That higher bit, people were like sitting on shooting down.
Get much higher.
I remember that.
Oh, I can't remember it. I'm going to have to give it.
If you don't remember, you don't remember.
Like,
that's just how it is. I do remember. I don't remember us playing it too much. I'm gonna drop it and see. I think it might have been good. It might have been bad. But I feel like again, if there ain't that many maps added, because this wasn't an operation. If there ain't that many added and we didn't play it that much, well then it speaks for itself. Next up, Ruins.
Ooh, this was like Aztec. They tried to remake Aztec. I do remember this one. Wait, didn't you have a little swamp bit?
I don't know. Didn't play it.
Oh, fuck, wait, what year was this?
I couldn't tell you.
Oof, okay.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
I think I did actually play this one. So I'm going to give this one a C.
Yeah, this one goes in boomer tier for me, unfortunately. Next up, we have Rush.
Ooh, good band. Well, straight away. Oh, wait. I do remember this one. This is fucking old.
It is old.
Oh my god, what year is this? Sheesh. Okay. This, I cannot remember how I played it all. I do remember.
It had the water.
The water.
Do you remember
the huts? Yeah, you could just, like kind of get. Oh, okay, yeah. All right. It goes in D.
Oh, okay. For me, I never played it, so
That's fair.
boomer. Santorini.
This wasn't this about a guy that made cash? This was a very good map. I like Santorini. This is going to be controversial out there. This might be on Reddit when this comes out because of how good this opinion is. I reckon this map's an S.
Yeah, I was thinking S as well. They're like the holiday summer vibes, the Mediterranean vibes are impeccable, and the map itself was pretty fun.
Yeah.
So no complaints from me. Next up, Seaside.
Ooh, I do remember this one. This was an auto sniper's dream. And it only got removed 4 years ago. Yeah, this...
Well, so to be clear, some of the ones that say when they were removed, it was either the date they were deleted from the files of CSGO, in which case some of them it was like...
just lingering.
There was a certain date, I think in 2016, where a load of maps were still in the game, and they were like, yeah, get rid of that. But I think some of them were left in for like casual scrimmage, all of that stuff. So this one was only featured in Operations Payback, Bravo, and Phoenix.
Okay, yes, I do remember this. This was a solid F.
Yeah, I was thinking something along those lines because I do remember it, but I only played a very small amount of it, and yeah, I think F is fair. Okay, next up, Season.
Oh, season. This is a map right here.
This is a map. They're all maps.
I remember, like, I think it was either the AK or the P90 Asimov came around this time, and it just looked so clean when you had it on this map.
Yes.
This is nostalgia bay. I like this map. I like the theming of it. I felt it was clear when peeking the corners. I do controversial 2 in a row, but I truly believe this is also an S.
Yeah, I was thinking S as well. Like I said, if there was a handful of maps we could play, this would probably be one of them. For a lot of fun. They did do it twice. I think they've like remastered it or something between 2 operations. But I think I'm thinking of the latest version. And yeah, it was quite good. Next up, Shipped.
Shipped. I do remember this one. It reminds me of that Gary's mod map on the boat.
Yes.
Also reminds me of Wet Work a little bit. But this must have been like 2014, right? 2017? What? Oh, I thought this is older. Oh, damn.
Operation Hydra.
I do vividly remember playing this one, but I feel like we didn't give it a lot of go, and that's probably why.
I remember dying a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, that's every map.
True.
Because I played it, because I can't really remember it. It's got to be like in the middle, probably like an C.
Yeah, I'm gonna say C. I remember it, and I remember some elements of it were quite good. But I can't rate it any higher than that because I don't remember it that well. Next up, Siege.
Okay, I do remember this one, but I think I played it about once. This is like old. This gotta be like, first operation. What year was this?
This is 2013.
Sheesh. Okay, yeah. I don't remember much of it. I generally don't remember much of it. I think I probably played it once. It gets a solid D from me.
It goes in Boomer tier for me. I don't remember it. Maybe I did play it. I don't know. I don't think so. Next up, we have Studio.
I do remember Studio. Okay, yes. This must be what, like 2017, right? 2019! Oh my god. Yeah, I remember playing this one. I like the theme of it. It's like a abandoned or still working movie studio. I don't think it played particularly well though, from what I remember. I felt like this map was quite difficult. I might just be losing it, but
yeah, I
do vividly remember playing it. I like the theming of it, and because of that, it gets a C.
I'm tempted to put it B.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna put it B. The thing is, I can't put it down with like Ruby and Shipped, where I don't really remember them. They're kind of mid, whatever. Because I do remember it, and I do remember us having some good games on it. It's just a case of, I don't know. Maybe if it came back now and we tried it again, I don't know. But yeah, I do remember some elements of it fondly, so I'll put it a little bit higher. Next up is Sub-Zero.
Oh, isn't this the Cash guy, FM Poon? It was a huge deal when this map came out. I liked this map. I generally thought it played quite well. I love the theming of it. I'm a sucker for the ice map. You've also got the Aurora Borealis. Or is that the Northern Lights? I can't remember. This is a good map. This is a solid A.
Really?
Yeah,
A? As far as A?
Solid A from me. I like this map. I was sad when it went.
I did enjoy this map a little. You know what? I'm going to put it in B. I'm not going to go as high as A. I think B is yeah, I think that's... next up is Swamp.
I do remember this one because you had a swamp and you could boost into a couple of the windows. Like what year was this? This is like 2014? 2020! Nah, bro. I'm losing my timelines, bro. Did I just go into the wrong multiverse? This feels like 2014, 2015. Oh, damn, I'm losing it. I do remember this one. I thought this one played not too bad, actually, from what I can remember back in 2014 when I changed timelines. So I'm going to give this one a solid B.
I remember this one. It's just a swamp. Like, literally every screenshot is the same thing. It's just a swamp. No offense to the map creators, because I'm sure it took a considerable amount of effort. But at this exact moment in time, all I'm seeing is swamp, and all I can remember is swamp. So for me, yeah, I'm gonna drop it in F. Next up is Frill.
Oh, this is 2017, and the thing is, from the screenshots, this map looks really nice, like an amusement park, because it's called Frill. But my brain is...
Nah, there's no way you don't remember Frill.
It's not here. My brain is actually not here. I generally... From these screenshots, I can't picture me running around in circles. I'm actually going to have to drag this to the boomer tier.
I thought you'd put some maps in here that you'd played. that you just didn't remember. I didn't think it'd be one that recent.
That's 6 years ago.
Still, some of these maps are from like 10 years ago. Frill, yeah, I'm going to have to say like C tier. I remember it that in terms of the theming, it's not bad to be honest, but it's just the gameplay I don't remember being particularly good.
Particularly thrilled.
Next up we have Thunder.
Oh yes, this one. This is like one of the first ever maps, I think, right? This came over.
It's in the boomer tier for me. I didn't play.
This came over from like CS Source. I think I played it like once. But that, I think this is a hostage map, right? So that damn bit at the beginning, you gotta get all the way across to have a hostage, and it can be defended. This map played like absolute doo-doo. It's an F.
F!
Yeah.
Oh wow, no wonder it didn't come back, eh? Next up we have Train.
Oh, where do I begin today? This is an honestly controversial opinion. I'm just gonna throw it out there straight away. F.
Hey, all the way down to F?
I hate Train. I hate the verticality. I hate looking. I find it so difficult to look at shit on the map. I fucking hate Train. Nah, Train stinky.
Wow. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had some very bad games on Train. I've also had some very good games on Train. I feel like it's one of those maps where people will say it's one-sided one way or the other. I feel like it's all about vibes.
Yeah.
Like whether it's the stronger side or the weaker side, if you go in with bad vibes, it's a wrap. Like you're just gonna get battered because they're gonna push all the areas you don't want them to push, and they're gonna have all the weapons you don't want them to have, and it's just a long day. You won't even have time to set up smoke. Someone's already rushed A main. You're done. Like it can be tough, but to say F is a bit strong. I was thinking like C.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I think that's fair.
That's fair.
Next one. I know you like this
Oh,
one.
you know.
Tulip.
See, open up that screenshot folder right now. Every screenshot is a vibe. It looks cozy.
Oh, yes.
It looks comfy.
Yes.
I could be there. Like, I like Tulip. I like the way the map looks. I like the way the map played. Tulip is an S for me.
I am on the same page as you, my brother. S tier. Yeah, the vibes are just impeccable.
Yeah.
There's nothing more to add. Next up we have Tuscan.
Yes. Tuscan is. Tuscan is like, what, the most recent map, actually? I think.
Is it the most I mean, technically it's like a remake, right?
Technically,
But
yeah, I guess,
it's it might be the most recent map here. Yeah.
It'd be bad if I didn't know it.
Wait, it would be bad, yes.
I've played it quite a lot, actually. It's one of those maps where basically no one was queuing it towards the end of CSGO, so you could stomp. There was like some lobbies we were getting in, like we're all like, what, DMG and that, and the enemy team was like silvers because no one's queuing the map.
Yeah.
I generally think it's a good map. I like the mid. I like there's 3 ways of peeking mid pretty much. Well, there's technically 2 mids. There's so many different ways to attack each bomb site. I generally think Tuscan is a good map, and I don't think it gets enough love. I think it's a solid A.
Wow, as high as A,
Yeah.
really? For me, I think the map, again, the visual's beautiful. I find quite often I end up playing on A site, and I don't feel comfortable. B site is so cozy. Like, yeah, sometimes you get bad, and it is what it is. Sometimes they just know where you're gonna be, and you get caught. I feel like there's so many little cracks and crevices for you to hide in. There's so many places where you can line up a smoke where they can't even see you, and they're just getting smoked, they're getting flashed, whatever. And it's such a nice place to be. A site is horrible. I hate it. I'm so exposed. There's nowhere to hide. They're gonna come get me. There's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, admittedly, good players know there are places you can hide. There are things you can do, but I struggle a lot. I definitely struggle a lot. In terms of T sides, yeah, I mean, again, that's another one of those ones where, like you said, a lot of the time you end up against like silvers and stuff, but sometimes you'll end up against the Tuscan Raiders, and they know what's up, and you're gonna have a bad time.
True.
A bad time. So it's pretty brutal, but I can't go as high as you've gone. I'm gonna say E. I think I would go higher. It's just I never get the opportunity to play B because everyone else wants to play there.
Okay.
B is so good, and I always end up playing A, and I hate it, and I want to die.
Okay.
So Tuscan, if it only B side existed, it's going up, but it doesn't. So next up, Vertigo.
See, Vertigo's a weird map. Like, they have, changed it about 3-4 times over the years. It felt like they didn't know what to do with it. It felt like just somebody at Valve just really, really, really likes the map. I'm surprised it stayed in as long as it has. But in fact, they've become a permanent rotation map now. I'm very indifferent about this map. Just because it is a construction site, there's not a lot going on. It's very basic. But it's playable. Like, I think you can attack A, B, mid as a T. CT as well, you can defend it. I think it is quite a balanced map, but I'm not gonna lie, I just find it quite boring. So it goes into the D for me.
This is another one where I don't know if it's just like muscle memory or what, but I always end up playing on A.
Yeah.
And I hate A.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. The amount of times I get headshot before I even see the guy. And yeah, that is a skill issue, or possibly a technology issue. I don't know. But for me, B is quite cozy.
Yes, very cozy.
I quite enjoy B. If you're playing on T side, you know B can be difficult to push, especially if they have quite an aggressive peak. Suddenly you're at a massive disadvantage. Whereas with A, it might feel quite narrow getting up ramp, but once you're up there, oh boy,
they're coming.
The world's your oyster, you know? So I'm a bit divided on the map personally, but I don't think, like, I can't put it as low as like Cash.
That's fair.
As Cash, you know. But in terms of maps that we've been playing recently, I think C. I think C's fair. Only 2 left,
Oh.
and the penultimate map is Workout.
See, I was there, Gandalf. I do remember this map.
Good.
This is long ago. This map was unbalanced as shit. Looks nice though. It's like a
It looks very nice.
big leisure center, but it was, from what I can remember, I'm turning off 10 years ago. This was not balanced, but nostalgia is blinding my judgment today, and I would give this one probably a C.
Yeah, I'm gonna say B.
Ooh.
Again, nostalgia is blinding me, but very much remember this map fondly. I remember the like basketball court or whatever, and
That's fair.
it was just kind of a vibe, to be honest. And lastly, we have Zoo.
I like Zoo. I do kind of miss this map. This map, it's got vibes. Yeah, it's a fucking zoo. Got the aquarium. I think every point of interest really stands out. I thought it played quite well. I'm gonna give Zoo an A.
I'm dropping Zoo straight in S.
Oh,
In terms of gameplay, I will admit there are definitely some elements that were quite troubling on Zoo. But if you said to me today, do you want to play it? I'd be like, hell yeah.
time.
Hell yeah, I want to play some Zoo. What are you, crazy? So that's the list.
Yeah.
Is there any you're feeling like maybe you'd switch around or anything like that?
I'd have to go back and look at some of these I don't remember ones, you know. But I think you know what? I stand by my decisions.
I'm pretty happy with mine. I mean, maybe the order of some of them within their tiers would be a bit different.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I think I'd put Insertion 2 top of A.
Okay.
Because I think that is a map that I'd really like to see again. Same with Resort, I've moved that up or whatever. But yeah, for the most part, I'm pretty happy with this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anybody who watched at home, let us know your thoughts in the comments if you have made it this far. And if you have had the option to play along at home, the link is in the description, of course. But that's it for today. Onwards and upwards to CS2's official release. Whether we'll make any content on that game when it comes out, who knows? If you want to see more CSGO content, please do let us know in the description and give a like. But that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye.